Welcome to this week's Rogers McHugh YouTube video. In this week's episode, we're going to finish off the mini-series on how to make more money during the recession. Let's go! Welcome to this week's Rogers McHugh YouTube video. So in this week's episode, we're going to round off the series on how to make more money during the recession. So we've been through the first three lessons where I think that you can increase your billings during the current volatility of the market that we find ourselves in at the minute. And this week we're going to look at the final sort of part of that. And it's quite simple really. It's work harder and work smarter than the competition. Now you might be thinking that that's important throughout any kind of market condition. That's correct, it is. But if you build relationships, if you work harder during the downturns, when everybody else is likely to be taking their foot off the gas, people can get quite disheartened. Recruitment, as we know, is very much a sales role, and people can get disheartened if they're not getting the results that they're looking for. People leave the industry, people go and look for other alternative employment. It's a case of doubling down on the effort that you're putting in, driving yourself forward, putting the effort in, making sure it happens and building those relationships, because yes, that means that you'll build more now during the volatility of the market, but also as you then come into the good periods of the market, your billings will skyrocket, they'll grow exponentially because you've put the hard yards in when it was difficult. So what I'd be saying is look at your ratios, look at your key ratios. So if you're a perm biller, how many jobs in does it take to get placements? And you can track it like that, or you can break it down even further than that. So for every job that you place, how many interviews do you need to arrange, or do you need to have attended? And how many interviews attended does that mean to interviews arranged? Because obviously some arranged interviews won't actually go ahead. How many CV send outs to jobs do you need to get your required interviews arranged, and how many jobs in do you need to get those CV send out? So you can track it right the way, and you can track it further back than that and say, well, how many sales calls do I need to make to get that number of jobs in? If you track it like that, then you can see where your ratios sit. And in good times, obviously you're not going to need to do as many sales calls as in times when the market is volatile and there might not be quite as many jobs out on the market as there are in the good times. But you've got to make sure that once you've tracked that, you then put in the effort in to get the results. So if you work it back and say, right, to hit my target this month, I need to do 100 sales calls, you better make sure that you do those 100 sales calls. There's absolutely zero point in knowing those figures if you then don't implement it and make sure that you hit them. But on top of that, working hard and working smarter isn't just about doing the activity that you need. When you get an opportunity with a new client, making sure that you really become a partner to them. And that's something that we're really passionate about at Rogers McHugh, is that we really want to partner with our clients. So you get a job and you go and see them, you build that relationship, you understand the business inside and out, you understand the culture of the office, what kind of candidates are going to fit with them, what kind of candidates won't fit with them, what they look for, so that you can really become a partner, a true recruitment partner, so that when they come to you with a requirement in the future, they know that the candidates that they get from yourselves are going to be right for them, not just in terms of the skill set, but in terms of the environment as well. And building that relationship through the down times, through the tough times, will reap dividends then, moving forward into the good times as well, which everything's cyclical, markets are cyclical. Yes, we will have some more down times in the future, some more market volatility. We'll have some boom periods as well. But if you work harder, if you work smarter than the competition, you'll be the one picking up the jobs that are out there at the minute. You'll be the one that's getting the opportunities to work with the clients. And if you build it right, if you build it right, if you get the relationships right, then as the market changes again, which invariably it will do, you'll be in a really strong position to skyrocket your billings. You can earn more during the current climate, the climate that we're in at the minute, which is a little bit more testing, because you're putting more effort in than your competition. You're driven, you've got the desire to outbill your competition. But secondly, as a byproduct of that, as the market changes, your earnings will go up even further. So, hope you've enjoyed that. I'd be interested to know your thoughts, so feel free to leave them in the comments. But most importantly, please do subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get the subscriber numbers up at the minute. The YouTube algorithms love subscribers, and we're trying to get these videos out to the masses. So please do subscribe and you'll be notified every time we release a new video. That's the end of the mini-series on how to make more money during the recession. I hope you've enjoyed it. Happy to hear your comments. Put them in the comments if you think we've missed anything, if there's anything that you think that you can do to increase your billings. And we look forward to seeing you next week with a new video. See you then.